Withdraw thyself from those not walking in the truth. Wait, if we withdraw ourselves from those not walking in the truth, wouldn't that mean that we are judging them? How can we do that? All have sinned and fall short of the esteem of the Father. Is Scripture really telling us to do this in contradiction to what we have been taught about not judging anyone? Let's go to the set-apart word of our Father for the answers. Next, on this edition of the Sound Doctrine Ministries Spiritual Common Sense. Shalom to the remnant of the saints of the Most High Yah. We have been warned time and time again in so many instances to distance ourselves from anyone that is walking contrary to what the Father has said. We must all remember to put away the misteachings that we had learned in Christianity, for we are called to be set apart, different. As it is written, "But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a set-apart nation, a people for a possession, that you should proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, who once were not a people, but now the people of Elohim, who had not obtained compassion, but now obtain compassion." 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter, the 9th through the 10th verse. Do not be led astray. Evil company corrupts good habits. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, the 33rd verse. As we can see, our Father is calling us to be different. Once we have accepted the gift of salvation in truth, there should be a difference that is obvious to everyone that we encounter. Not so much as we're talking all spiritual, no, but that our lives have been changed with the acceptance of the Ruach HaKodesh. We should not be the same person at all. Now, that does not mean that we will be totally sinless either, but we should listen at Scripture. But we command you, brothers, in the name of our Master Yahusha, the Messiah, that you withdraw from every brother who walks disorderly and not according to the traditions which you received from us. 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter, the 6th verse. If anyone teaches differently and does not agree to the sound words, those of our Master Yahusha, the Messiah, and to the teaching which is according to reverence, he is puffed up, understanding none at all, but is sick about questionings and verbal battles, from which comes envy, strife, slander, wicked suspicions, worthless disputes of men of corrupt minds and deprived of the truth, who think that reverence is a mean of gain. Withdraw from such. 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter, the 3rd through the 5th verse. I wrote to you in my letter not to keep company with those who whore. And I certainly did not mean with those of this world who whore, or with the greedy of gain, or swindlers, or idolaters, since then you would need to go out of the world. But now I have written you not to keep company with anyone called a brother, if he is one who whores, or greedy of gain, or an idolater, or a reveler, or a drunkard, or a swindler, not to even eat with such a one. For what have I to do with judging outsiders? Do you not judge those who are inside? But Elohim judges those who are outside, and put away the wicked one from among you. 1 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, the 9th through the 13th verse. And have no fellowship with the fruitless works of darkness, but rather reprove them. The book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, and the 11th verse. And there shall be a highway and a way, and it shall be called the way of set apartness. The unclean does not pass over it, but it is for those who walk the way. And no fools wander on it. No lion is there, nor any ravenous beast go up on it. It is not found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. The book of Isaiah, the 35th chapter, the 8th and the 9th verse. Therefore, having girded up your loins of your mind, being sober, set your expectations perfectly upon the favor that is to be brought to you at the revelation of Yahusha the Messiah as obedient children, not conforming yourselves to the former lust in your ignorance. Instead, as the one who called you is set apart, so you also should become set apart in all behavior, because it has been written, be set apart, for I am set apart. 1 Peter, the 1st chapter, the 13th through the 16th verse. Do not become unevenly yoked with unbelievers. For what partnership have righteousness and lawlessness? And what fellowship has light with darkness? And what agreement has Messiah with Baal? Or what part does a believer have with an unbeliever? And what union has the dwelling place of Elohim with idols? For you are the dwelling place of the living Elohim. As Elohim has said, I shall dwell in them and walk among them, and I shall be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. Therefore, come out from among them, and be separate, says Yahuwah, and do not touch what is unclean, and I shall receive you. 2 Corinthians, 6th chapter, the 14th through the 17th verse. You know, I'd never quit preaching, for I know that even the day that I leave this earth, there is someone that may need to hear what the Father has said. I am just coming to the realization that there are just some people that just do not want to walk upright. As my Aki Iman prophet always says, someone has to do it. There are just those that are going to be the ones that will insist on going through the tribulation, as well as those who are just going to continue to rebel against right ruling. Oh, they'll save face and claim when they are around others who are seeking the Father, so they will pretend to want to hear. Some will ask questions, and then there are those that will study just enough to look like they are walking on the path, but their actions will tell a different story. The point I'm making is this: how do so many willingly deceive themselves? Facebook has shown a lot of people's true colors, but what is so surprising is many do not even realize that they are telling on themselves. It actually hurts me to see it. I am nobody's saint, but I am nobody's fool either. The older men are only partially doing what they should as far as teaching the younger men, and most older women are not doing their job for the younger women for the simple fact that they are still trying to be young themselves. Pride is the main thing that will send us to hell, for we know not humility. Or as the Father said in his word, were they ashamed when they had done abomination? No, they were not ashamed at all, nor did they know how to blush. Therefore they shall fall among those who fall. They shall stumble at the time I visit them, said Yahuwah. Therefore, we have to deal with self first. There is no doing anything if we have not broken our own flesh. For we can point out faults in others all day long, but until we deal with self and start walking in humility and right ruling, we are condemning ourselves. Or are we just as bullheaded as our forefathers? Thus said Yahuwah, stand in the way and see, and ask for the old path where the good way is, and walk in it, and find rest for yourselves. But they said, we do not walk in it. The book of Jeremiah, the 6th chapter, and the 16th verse. Yasharel, wake up and straighten up, for the time is at hand. Peace to your hearts and homes. Shalom.